Hi beautiful souls, this is Yana and welcome to my next update. Again, today is a beautiful day. I'm here in nature, but also just wanna probably apologize and see how it goes for the noise that is going on. It's kind of in and out. Out there, here, I'm in a park. I was hoping to have of course, we have a beautiful place, space, Mother Nature, the sun, the birds are chirping, but at the same time, we have the draconian reptilian consciousness here, people in 3D with their machineries or the old mechanics, just the medieval time here that produces lots of noise and dissonance. And zero coherence, right? So we'll see how it goes, because I make sure like my videos are peaceful, very loving, healing. Today I have many tools with me, like this beautiful selenite wand, and because we're in between eclipses, I was thinking just to kind of do maybe some healing, cleansing, purification, grounding, maybe a little bit of even meditation. But of course I'll be talking multidimensionally, right, as usual, and with all kinds of symbology as one of those volunteer souls, star seeds, who are very hard to be kind of understood on that mental human level, right? And even those entities, those dark ones in that low plane of 40, fourth dimension, are trying to subdue us or dump us down or destroy us or kill us and abuse us or torture us. But the light prevails, right? I mean, the high vibration, the pure consciousness, that loving energy is what it is, and that's the truth, and only the truth will set us free. And again, it is what it is. So welcome. This is Yana, YouTube channel Yana Sibinska. My website is yanakalai.com. My email address is kaliana82 at gmail.com, and my videos are for educational purposes here, even entertainment. I'm here to inspire you, empower you, giving you all the information that I can at this very moment, being in the present moment, being in the now, of course, and in the heart, in that center, in the core, being also grounded and connected to Mother Earth. And of course, the divine heart takes you to those other dimensions, on those galactic, universal, cosmic levels, right? Straight to the infinite one. So, of course, my information is multidimensional, is based on direct experiences. Again, we are creators of our reality, right? That's what it's now all about, the transition, the ascension. We are going to the fifth dimension or the fourth density, and we are remembering who we truly are. So my videos are for star seeds and star warriors and truth seekers and indigo children, crystal children, sensitives, empaths, and targeted individuals, whistleblowers, people who work with energies, who resonate with my message. Of course, it's my soul group, right? Just we're connected no matter what, where we're coming from, through our heart, through our soul signatures. So there's this very natural connection that we don't need any words to actually prove that or confirm that. Simply it is. So yeah, we are in between those two eclipses, right? We had the solar eclipse in July the 2nd. That was in Cancer, and it's all about home, family, the divine feminine, the divine mother, the nurturing energies. And it's very important, the divine feminine, even though if I was in a male body, right, I still have that feminine energy, but I have the female body, and guess what, I have extremely powerful masculine energies, and that's probably what is kind of confusing for some of the individuals, right? The good guys or the bad guys, the dark ones, also hidden one, they just don't understand because it's not even visible for them. They don't see it, they think it doesn't exist. But we coming from extremely high dimensions are very aware of it. We have this androgynous energies, right? We can nicely shift and navigate from feminine to masculine, staying in that core. And that's what it's now all about, you know, returning back home, being in our heart, and integrating that divine feminine energy with that divine masculine energy, yin and yang, so our inner child can be reborn, right? Healed, transform. It's all going to be about transformation, you know, building that 5D earth, like you see all these now revelations or the disclosure or exposure of those wrongdoings in those highest places. Now we have Mr. E, right, from the Lolita Island, all being exposed, the unsealed indictments, it's all happening. So many more things are happening behind the scenes, but the public will probably know only 20% of what really has been going on, especially after World War II till now. So again, I want to show you this plate. I love this color. And so I work with the Violet Flame Saint Germain. So you know, if there is any negative situation, something pops in, jumps in, you know, it's negative, it triggers us. If we kind of surround ourselves with this kind of energy or color, and of course we want to have this unconditional pink color as well. This is the rose quartz crystals. Again, those are my esoteric teachings. It's actually very simple teachings, working with colors and stones and crystals and cosmic rays. So we surround ourselves with these energies, and of course, you know, we want to form also the heart shape. You know, the calmness can come in immediately, but it takes time. You know, it's a practice, it's a process. The ascension thing, it's a process. It doesn't take overnight. It's just you know, like every day, you know, building that light quotient. That's what is very important. That's why that discipline, that inner discipline, that structure, that organization, that's going to be what that lunar eclipse, July the 16th, Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, Saturday, the day of Saturn. How do you want to get out of this horrible, ugly, negative Saturn energies? Even though I love that planet, you know, you want to know yourself 100%. You want to remember yourself, who you truly are, know your higher self, your oversoul, your I am presence, and building that golden bridge or rainbow bridge to the infinite one. So it means constant devotion, dedication to your spiritual practice, and bringing that spirit here to this dimension, right? We chose this planet to be our home, which is healing, ascending. She's a beautiful goddess, Gaia, and you know, we are her children, and so it's kind of our duty, you know, those who are on the path of ascension, awakening, enlightenment, to heal ourselves, to transform, and then be of service, and creating paradise on earth, right? And the time is now, especially for the star seeds, star warriors. You know, is the breakthrough, and I feel it. There's so much confirmation. You know, on this YouTube channels, there are all these beautiful channelers I connect with, whether the Pleiadians, the Icturians. You know, we have the healing chambers from Lemuria. Remember, we also have the inner earth. There are brothers and sisters underneath Mount Shasta, California, the Telos, that's the 5D city. On my website, I used to be posting those kind of articles from the book Telos, written by Aurelia Lewis Jones. How beautifully they live there in such a harmony with nature, in peace. They have beautiful education, beautiful infrastructure. um, organic food. Everything is so bright and so colorful, and people have lives like families just like here, but it's more on that spiritual base, like talking about God, talking about spiritual practices, not being afraid to express their truth. That's what it's all about. That's how we create harmony and beauty around us. But here we have to heal a lot. And look what I've got today. Actually, I was going through my stuff. I think this is the Udakite. It's time to also that shadow. We talk about it, right? That negative ego, but we need that ego. Have this personality to survive. There are all kinds of things still going on, but we need to transcend our ego. Actually, green and pink, that's the coral. Those are colors of Divine Mother. And I have this from Sedona, Arizona. And the skull, that's the symbolism, that whether it's the death of the ego or that the transformation. So it means the spirit comes above us. We're initiated, we are divine, we're one with God. And this is also what I brought to you today. I bought it like a week ago or so on in Mount Kisco, New York. And that's an alabaster stone, and it's just kind of bringing that spirituality down here through our the intergalactic chakra, soul star chakra, crown chakra, right, the third eye, here into our heart, the sacred heart from Lemuria, but also our expanded heart chakra, which is the portal to the infinite one, to the divine. So lots of healing, it's been happening everywhere around us in all these dimensions. Let me see. Also, I'll show you for people also with a headache. This is the Celestine, I think, as the angelic energy. So it's very important to surround yourself with all these energies, and also building that kind of immunity to all these interferences, like 5G. Like yesterday, I had this interesting experience. I was just picking up child from a camp, and I was driving, and I was in an appropriate lane, and suddenly there is a car in the same lane but coming from the opposite direction, and even it's speeding up, and I almost like started to being disoriented, like what's going on. I thought like maybe I am in a wrong lane, right? So I kind of kindly pushed myself. I drove to that like a biker's lane, good. It was still like a big road, so I could do it, and I just allowed the car to do whatever it needed to do, because it was surpassing a car in that lane that was the opposite, the lane that I was taking. So, and then I see the 5G tower. I had this kind of feeling that the driver didn't even see me. I felt like this world is splitting. You see who is still the remote view, mind control, computer simulation, infiltration, who is on that automatic pilot. It feels to me like somebody, like you want to surpass a car, but if you see somebody, oh my god, somebody's driving already on the opposite lane and we're almost going to crash, you want to go back, right, and wait later to surpass the car. But the car continued and even speed up. If I didn't push myself where those cyclists were, we would just crash. So I kind of got this disorientation feeling. Then I see the 5G tower. Of course, you're in New York, right? Like especially in Long Island, it's got full of 5G towers. That's why I don't even go there with all the cloning industry, or I don't know what else is going on there. And that was very interesting. It was actually very scary. But then it's kind of dawned on me, maybe that driver didn't even see me. I was not in his or her reality anymore. And that's, to me, that's the splitting of the timelines. You see who is choosing in the positive timeline and who is still on that negative timeline, still probably unawakened. And maybe these people want to be in that 3D. They love it. They want to be with those Dracos and reptilians and have chips and eating GMO and who knows what. I don't know, just praying for the soul. Maybe that's what the soul needs for her own evolution. There's no judgment, right? In the 5D reality, there is no judgment because we don't know. What we need to know is really ourselves, be on our journey and know our truth. That's why I'm doing those videos, to expressing my truth, because there were certain entities, organizations, even some members of my soul group, of course, total mind control, saying all kinds of horrible things about me without having conversation with me. And I don't think, it's not fair. It's just not going to work. It is not going to work. There's so much light coming in, we're inundated with those gamma waves or solar rays, again, working with those cosmic rays, energies. It's all about color. Don't forget, it's very important to stay in your 0-point balance. We're going to have the technology from Pleiadians. They are probably the first ones, the first ETs coming on board, who will be introducing themselves. There are all kinds of star nations watching us and also in our orbit. I know that I'm also in this hybridization program, because actually half of my body is still physical, but some of it I had to receive all kinds of surgeries. I had to go on a spaceship to put my body back together, to stay and finish my mission, so it is what it is. Some of those individuals, they want it or not, they will have to then deal with me, whatever my mission, my assignments are, right? We all have to face our shadow and do the inner work. That's how we evolve. That's how we grow. And here in this dualistic world, being in our center, going deep within to transcend that duality, there is no other way. But remember, there's the Christ within you, and that's the way, right? The Christ Sophia consciousness is within you, around you. We just have to tap into it and do those meditations, do those sacred reconnections, do those positive affirmations. I have the protocol of the evolving self that comes from those Telosians, right? They're underneath Mount Shasta. And again, I'm looking for people who want to work with me, communicate with me, just kind of bring some of that project kind of on board, or materializing it, at least I'm talking about it. Now I have this beautiful soul sister in Florida. We are having frequent communications, and that's how we are building 5D. Also had a beautiful soul that contributed me financially. Really warms my heart, and I feel good about myself, my situations, and even I feel so much better asking for help, sometimes, because we're all connected. We need help. And I still do a little bit of that part-time job. I love my babysitting job, but now that's not often. The holidays are here, so I don't do much job. And the work at the spa, being a spa attendant, it's okay, but I'm not going to build somebody else's empire. I am here to start, building this 5D earth, and of course bringing and embodying the energies from those higher dimensions, and the Pleiadians and the Icturians, the Lemurians, the Syrians, the Andromedans, and Antarians. They're all here helping me. I'm very much connected to those beautiful beings on all high. And ascended masters and cosmic angels, and of course galactic commanders, right? I'm part of the galactic team, and I'm the ground crew here, even though I don't physically, I don't look like I would enter a military, Actually very the divine feminine kind of physical body, very fluid, watery, right? But I always loved the martial arts, ninja, samurais. I would be watching all these Japanese movies, you know, and just admiring those guys with their samurai sword. And it's just kind of, I could go high. It was just like that was my elixir, that was my drug, you know. Now going within and the meditation, of course at the beginning is very maybe stressful, and it's irritable, and it's hard just to focus, and how do I go deep within. And you know, remember there's also you can do it through music, healing music, or drumming, singing, right, chanting Om Namah Shivaya. That's going to be one of those tools, because I love to chant. And I love still kind of that Hinduism kind of touch, whether it's with the religion or Ayurvedic cooking. Remember, Ayurveda is sister science of yoga. I love yoga. That's union with the divine, comes from the Rishi sages of the Himalayan mountains. I'm very much connected to them. So again, I'm repeating, right? I'm just repeating, but I think through repetition, you know, we're getting it, we're healing, we're transforming, we're coming together, we're loving each other, we're supporting each other, and we are creating new earth. We are the disclosure, we are the change, we are the powerful beings, you know. We are like the ETs, you know. We are the beautiful, divine, luminous human beings, okay. The magic, the power, the kingdom of God is within each of us. It's just the practice and remembering, right, and doing something about it. So action is very important. So that's kind of in a nutshell what I was going to talk about, right? I have my friend. I wanted to introduce you to Ganesh. This is in crystal. Today I was just going through my stuff. It's all packed in my car, you know. I live very simply, you know. I actually have just a little tiny play space. There's not even AC. So it's kind of humid and it's a little bit irritable, but I'm like always so surprised. It's just, oh, I have all these beautiful things, right? Oh my God, just think about this beauty, you know, that they've been driving with me back and forth, like from the East Coast, right, to Sedona. We had this Sedona, Arizona. Here's the heart from a red rocks. So it's a beautiful place there, Sedona. Actually, I have this beautiful art. I want to show you guys all these things that actually I've been carrying with me, that they're been driving or like with me all the time. My baby Lexus is getting older. I still have to actually do some repairment. It's going to cost around $500. So we'll see how it goes to take me down to Florida. I really feel called to go down to Florida, and you know, I already made this contact connection, so we'll see how it goes. When I was saying to my employees that I'm giving them 2-week notice, they were like, no, you need to stay here for 2 months. But I have a place to stay here only for the month of July, so we'll see how that all goes, right? And also I still have my holy water here. I was taking with me also everywhere. So guys, for your healing and everything, I want to let me see, just kind of sprinkle all of you. We're going back to innocence, to infinity, to beauty, and to magic. Is it coming? Okay, I just kind of wanted to spray with you with the holy water. So for your healing and for cleansing and just being whole again, right? Working on ourselves and integrating our shadow. That's the key. That's very important. Remember, we are protecting ourselves from the 5G towers, right? So when I'm driving, you know, I see all these 5G, I'm like, hi. Look what I've got. I got my orgonites, right? I got my shungites. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, those who are equipped, we don't have to worry about those kind of things, you know? It's all good. It's been also with me in my car. Crystal. Remember, crystals are for amplification of our energies. But if it's too much still shadow we're working on, we want to be more around gemstones like this for cleansing, healing, purification. Especially also people buying Andara crystals. I would wait till you're really comfortable with yourself, you own your shadow, and then you can magnify and amplify your aura, your energy field, you expand. It will take you really high, and really you can manifest miracle magic. But again, a little bit of doubt, fear, hesitation, it can manifest and be right there in front of your face in a nanosecond. So we have to be careful how we work with crystals, right? I have this my baby's Lemurian crystals. So how we work with those energies, I had very powerful 2 meditations. That was on Sunday, the Unity meditation, Ascension meditation with Sandra Walter. Very powerful. Again, we're building the momentum, whether for the disclosure, for that cleansing, for that healing, for that restoration of the U.S. Republic, right? Of that true constitution, and pretty much we are here bringing the freedom, the peace from that energy plane to people of goodwill, so people can finally also relax. They can start finally also heal and enjoy their lives, not paying all these taxes and the return taxes, and just paying for rent, and you have all these insurances expensive for what, that these people are having some kind of orgies on those expensive islands, some kind of billionaires who are feeding off other people's energies and just corrupting this world, corrupting these energies, corrupting this mother nature, damaging, and with all this brutality and tyranny and so on. Just to time to start seeing it for what it is, you know what I'm saying, and be the change. But again, if we want the change, we need to do it from within. It's just the law, following the universal law, not the draconian's law, or the one from the black sun called, right, the Saturn, which is everything upside down, reversed. And I love the planet because of the strictness, but you gotta be pure, you gotta be clean, you gotta be aligned with the divine, you gotta remember who you truly are 100% in your completeness, and then you're above it. So above all these curses and hexing and black magic and witchcrafting, and you have this nanotechnology, right, harming humanity, dumbing us down, brainwashing us. That MK Ultra experimentation that I experience. Okay, there's a dragonfly next to me. Hi. They totally crashed my brain. They scramble it, like you have a beautiful egg. Let me see, do I have something? Let's say, oh, this is a beautiful stone from Mexico. Look at all these colors. So let's say this is an egg, okay, of the stone, and they crashed it into just, they totally they made maybe like a powder out of it. But through the technology of the good guys, they start beaming light into the pineal gland. They restore my brain, of the plasticity and so on. So it's back. It's back into its original order. But because I can go back to those memories, right? I can remember how it felt and what it did to me on that astral plane, right? I had holes in my astral shield, and even in my in all these energy fields, right? That comprises your light body, your crystal light body, So that's why I can help, right? That's why I'm building the project or working on the project, helping all those who were really crushed, whether by the MK Ultra, sex abuse, torture. You know, I'm trying to still get more in touch with somebody like Sasha Stone. I'm going to have a consultation with somebody on Thursday who knows Sasha Stone personally. So see how this will then take me further. Whether with my teachings or with my disclosure or just speaking my truth. Again, we're not judging here, but if this is meant to be a case from a star seed, you know, from those higher perspectives, we'll see. Because I'm watching some of those politicians. Those of the light, you know, they're beautiful beings, beautiful souls, but it's still very heavy and dense energy for me. I don't work in those dimensions and with that kind of mindset. I appreciate it. I respect that, right? But also I'm praying that more light workers come into the department, whether of and justice, right? And then you have congressmen or Congress, Senate, the military, education. Oh my God, education. When I was a food server at school, some of the drinks and snacks don't even have a date of expiration, and they use the plastic utensils, right? They're made in China, and it's full of horrible chemicals, and you know, kids, they kind of suck on it, right? And then the schools are close to 5G towers, so whenever I came to work, right, of course my energy was very high. I'm meditating, you know, I bring the energy really it's expanded, it's very healing, it's very transformative. And then I notice I'm at school and I'm like dumbed down, like a zombie, like a walking machine. And I can see some people even had a chip right there in their forehead, especially those who kind of have the manager job. You know, they think they're so important, but they're just being controlled and manipulated. So I was just sorry for those kids, you know. I don't want to even talk about those hamburgers that I had to wrap with the meat. I would not even touch it. You know, everything was frozen, but it was questionable whether it comes really from animals or from something else. You know, the pizza, the stuff, right? The melted cheese, nothing organic. I mean, they had some organic snacks, of course, sugar, everything, the white sugar thing going on, and then those monitors or those people who are monitoring people just screaming and shouting at the kids, right? And you know, the kids are just having fun. Some of them are really I would say pain in the ass, but you know, there were teenagers. There was a middle school, a high school, and the middle school. But then everybody's kind of blaming or judging and, you know, doing like this to the kids, like, hey, you do your own homework, you're an adult. Like, also, like, to those people I chose as my parents, right? There was the same thing. You're the one, they were just projecting their shadow upon me. I said goodbye. I'm not even in touch with them. And if, you know, if sometimes they write, they want to say happy birthday and so on, I respect that, I honor them, I nicely say hi back to them. But you guys work on yourself. And now I have all these teachings. I'm more than happy to help you with your own evolution, with your own healing. Okay, the same with politicians. You guys, they're in politics. You need to start also meditating, not having all these debates, right? And coming from that human mind, the ego, and not going to go anywhere, really. You know, and you have these expensive clothes and drive these expensive cars and have these expensive homes. No, this is not in my reality anymore. Everybody needs to start doing their own homework. You know what I'm saying? And especially people in those highest places, those who are choosing to serve the light, you know? Those bad guys, whatever, you know, I don't know what that is all about. I'm giving to the divine justice. And of course, my case, you know, if it's going to go that route of, you know, have a case and jury and having a lawyer. This is all under Galactic Codex. It's all under universal law. So those people who will either be interviewing me or want to file a case, you guys, you need to start working on your spirituality. There's no other way. But of course, I am the one, of course, responsible, holding the light, shining the light really bright, and make the change, do what is right, what is correct. We came here to do the mission, to fulfill the divine plan on earth, do all these corrections. I'm the transformer, right? I love the violet flame. Remember, just imagine this color. If there's a situation, surround that situation or that person with this purple color, and of course yourself, surround yourself with that color as well, and with that pink light of color of unconditional love, and see what happens, right? That's how we are going to make the change, the transition, the transformation, through compassion, through forgiveness, being in our heart, and feeling that inner connection with all that is, with Mother Nature, and also with all the galaxies, with our star nations, and ET brothers and sisters, the extraterrestrials. So, we are one big family, universal, cosmic, including angels. This is going to be fun, but I know it's also going to be very demanding. I know it's a serious work. I know that my path, or my devotion to God, it's all I want. And it is what it is. That's what helped me to build this momentum, and I could transcend my situation, because I was in dire situation. It took me many years to heal myself from all that darkness and from all that nonsense. But then I'm here to help others, and that's what it's all about. That's I'm inviting others to do the same if they choose so, because God doesn't force us, it's a choice, it's a free will, and it's just so beautiful when we acknowledge that and then align our personal will with the divine will, because we are one with the Creator, we are one with our spirit, we are one with those beautiful energies around us, within us, we are one with that beautiful spark, divine spark that is within us, right? There's this place, a place in that chamber of our heart that nobody can touch. We're actually indestructible. And it is what it is. That's what those archons, or this tall grace, doing all these experimentations, breaking the human genome and then breaking the human mind, can't understand. But that's okay. Make sure you understand, your truth. Knowledge is power, and keep doing the beautiful inner work, and just kind of rejoicing and reconnecting with your beautiful soul, with your spirit, and just feel that divinity all around you. That's kind of my goal, my purpose, my intention, my incentive, to help people to feel their divine nature, their true self, and be whole again. So I think that's all for today. I had those beautiful tools with me, right? Kind of having sanctuary here on this bench, and I didn't go through these, powerful affirmations. Maybe we'll do it next time. I have this beautiful music, with the birds and a beautiful background, Mother Nature. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, if you did, just let me know, thumbs up, or just just stay in touch, and I'll talk to you next time. Many blessings and namaste. This is Yana. Bye bye.